Hey YouTube, this is Sludgeball and this will be my WWE Vengeance review for 2011. 8 matches on the card. So I'll be giving you match results, my favorite highlights, future rivalries, and yeah. So first match of the night, the WWE Tag Team Championships were on the line. Air Boom, Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne defending against Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler. I was sort of anticipating this match because it would have effect on the United States Championship match, as Dolph Ziggler was competing in that match also. So I had a genuine interest in this match. Air Boom were on fire at the beginning. It was fast, which was good to see. Really early on, you had Bourne going for Airborne, but put his knees up. Swagger put his knees up, and that had Bourne carrying like a rib. He was playing with his playing the rib injury for most of the match. Good highlights in the match. Kofi Kingston, as usual, hits a good crossbody on Dolph Ziggler. But the ending of the match comes when Dolph Ziggler counters Kofi Kingston's before move, and then goes to turn around, and Kingston delivers Trouble in Paradise, which then knocks Dolph Ziggler over, then tags in Evan Bourne, and then delivers Airborne, and then 1, 2, 3, Air Boom retain the WWE Tag Team Championships. I predicted them to retain, so I got that right. I did get a fair bit right tonight, so I'll tell about those later. This immediately led to Zack Ryder coming out for his United States Championship match, and went straight out at the beginning. He was intense. He went out fast. He was trying to get an early cover on Ziggler, but Ziggler was able to fight his way back into the match. At one stage, you had Ziggler wanting to walk out, which Air Boom then threw Dolph Ziggler back into the ring, but apparently you're not allowed to do that in the WWE, and they got removed from ringside, and then it just became a numbers game. You had Jack Swagger pose a distraction, and then Zack Ryder kicks him through the ropes, but then this then leads for Dolph Ziggler to get a bit more leverage and then deliver a big knockout kick, if you want to call it. It was a big kick which basically knocks out Zack Ryder. 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler retains the United States Championship. I also predicted that, so that's 2 for 2 for me tonight. I thought this match was a bit too short, and that would have been for the fact that the Tag Team Championship was immediately before. I would have liked to see a good full match from these two. Hopefully, at the next pay-per-view, we might get a rematch. Or possibly on Raw or SmackDown we'll get another United States Championship match. I want to see how good they are in the ring together, because I do think they have good chemistry in the ring, and I do think Zack Ryder can take the United States Championship off Dolph Ziggler, but we'll probably need a little bit more time. Anyway, third match of the night, Divas Championships on the line. Beth Pheonix defending against Eve Torres. I didn't really see too much from this match. I honestly wasn't paying too much attention, but the stuff I did watch was pretty good. I do reckon Eve is a very good in-ring competitor. Always said that. She's got good moveset, and Beth Pheonix is good, powerful. I reckon Eve is better than Kelly for the fact that she has good moveset and she doesn't botch as much as Kelly does. Some good highlights in the match. You had Beth Pheonix go for the Glam Slam at one stage. Eve countered into a roll up, almost got the cover. But the ending of the match came when Eve Torres goes up to the top rope to deliver the moonsault. Beth Pheonix gets out of the way, and then delivers the Glam Slam. 1, 2, 3. Beth Pheonix retains, which was always going to be obvious. I had to pick that, so I'm 3 for 3. Next, okay, fourth match of the night, Sheamus versus Christian. Now, this was a good match, but I couldn't care less about this match. Like, if this match wasn't on the card, I wouldn't be thinking, oh, I want to see a Sheamus and Christian match. Like they had this 3 weeks ago, and Sheamus won, and then they have a match tonight, which I find a bit stupid. But anyway, it was it was a pretty good match, but they didn't elevate from 3 weeks ago. Like, I reckon their match at Hell in a Cell was very, very good, and I reckon they didn't put any more. They didn't add any more to it, which was a bit disappointing. But anyway, you had Christian. He was using the turnbuckle on the top of the turnbuckle as usual. He went for a headbutt at one stage. Sheamus was able to get out of the way. Sheamus, he was very dynamic. He was hitting, he hit the shoulder charge that he usually does. Lots of counters. Christian was reversing the Celtic Cross. And Sheamus was countering heaps of other moves. Then the ending of the match comes. Sheamus was going for a bro kick. Christian ends up reversing it into a spear. Goes for the cover. 1-2. Sheamus kicks out. And then this leads for Christian to go set up for the second spear. And went halfway through running. Gets Sheamus delivers the bro kick. Knocks out Christian. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus wins again. So what WWE have done is they've just made Sheamus a whole lot stronger than they've just made Christian. They've buried Christian ever since he lost the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. Anyway, fifth match of the night, Triple H and CM Punk versus R-Truth and The Miz. I had to watch this match again because there were a few I lost connection on my internet, so I lost the stream, so I had to watch it a couple hours later because I missed the ending of the match, and I know the ending of the match is crucial to the result. So previous you had R-Truth and The Miz having a promo. It was the dumbest. It was an R-Truth promo, if you want to call it. They were saying that no, they suck up more, and then eventually they got into how much Triple H sucks and how the state of Texas sucks, and anyway, and they had that weird the high five shoulder, and then Miz was and then during the match, at the start of the match, R-Truth was starting, and he was looking like a fool. What did he do? He did he dodged Triple H, then he did a cartwheel, and then did the splits, and then that just led Triple H to giving him a clothesline. And then Triple H was getting some offense in early. That was the only offense I ever saw Triple H put in. For 75% of the match, Triple H was in the ring. For about 60% of it, he was getting beaten down. Triple H did put the figure 4 leg lock on The Miz, which was a good thing to see. I've always liked how the figure 4 leg lock affects itself in the match. And then towards the end of the match, you had Triple H and R-Truth. R-Truth gets thrown into where the ring bell is, and Triple H goes to go after him, and as CM Punk is going for the GTS, you see Kevin Nash. Out of anyone, Kevin Nash comes up and attacks Triple H. This leads to CM Punk getting distracted. Then Miz able to get out of the GTS, and then this leads R-Truth to come into the ring, the numbers game again, and delivers the Little Jimmy, which is both finishes in one. So it's Miz's skull crushing finale, and the R-Truth, whatever the hell his finisher is, the modified DDT I like to call it. And 1, 2, 3, they end up winning. So they leave, and CM Punk leaves, and then and at the meantime, you still have Kevin Nash. He's beating down Triple H again. After the match, he was still getting beaten down. Nash hits the jackknife powerbomb, and Triple H lands awkwardly. So and he was holding his shoulder after the match, so I was sensing an injury, but I don't think anything happened badly to him. so which was a good sign. It could have easily been a neck because he did land like around here. Anyway, 6th match of the night, Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, a non-title match, should I say. So this immediately had the prediction. Cody Rhodes, it was a. I thought to myself, is this going to be a Randy Orton Kofi Kingston feud where Kofi Kingston is getting built up, and then when he goes to face Randy Orton, just gets buried. And when I mean buried, he got. I've never seen anyone get pushed down the card as fast as Kofi Kingston. He got pushed to a possible main eventer all the way down to the mid card. So but no, this did not happen. Cody Rhodes did get a lot of offense in on Randy Orton. He was using everything. The ring environment was good for him. They had good chemistry in the ring. Rhodes, he was putting all kinds of submission on Randy Orton's back. He hits the Alabama Slam on Orton. And then all of a sudden you have Cody Rhodes to the top turnbuckle and go for a moonsault. He misses. And then after that there was a lot of back and forth action. Then all of a sudden Rhodes goes up again and hits the moonsault. And then goes for another moonsault, this time hitting. Gets a 2 count. Rhodes ends up going for the crossroads. Was that enough? No, it was another 2 count. This eventually gets Cody Rhodes' baggers to interfere. Randy Orton knocked out one of them, and then the second one came and Cody Rhodes was charging at him. He uses Cody Rhodes' momentum to knock off the bagger, and then when Cody Rhodes goes to turn around, Orton hits the RKO. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton wins the match. So I don't see where this is going. Is that the end of the feud? I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to watch SmackDown to figure out, or Raw. They're on both shows at the moment. Maybe this could lead to a Survivor Series match, possibly. Team Randy Orton versus Team Cody Rhodes. I don't know. It would be good to see something like that. Anyway, 7th match of the night. We're getting into the main events now. World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Mark Henry versus The Big Show. Now, Vengeance didn't suck, but this match was my favorite. I just loved how I was completely shocked at what they were able to do in the ring. Like they lasted a lot longer than what I thought. I thought it was gonna end after Big Show hit a choke slam on Mark Henry, but no, that didn't happen. So at the very start, you had Mark Henry wanting to leave, but no, he didn't. But then started putting a lot of submissions on Big Show's injured leg, and the leg came into play when Big Show tried to go for just a little slam, like a suplex. The leg gave out, so it turned into a crossbody on Mark Henry. And at one stage they both went for a clothesline. They ran into each other, and that almost broke the ring. It went right in. It almost broke. And then this is where the exciting bit happened. This was very tense. You couldn't cut the tension with a knife. Big Show hits the choke slam, and I'm thinking, what? And then 1, 2, Mark Henry kicks out of the choke slam, and then Big Show, he's got his fist ready. He was going for the knockout punch, but no, Mark Henry able to counter that into the world's strongest slam. That was another 2 counts, so I couldn't believe that. And then Mark Henry goes up to the top rope. Nothing happens. He pushes Mark Henry off. Another 2 count, and then Big Show goes up on the top rope, and this leads to Mark Henry delivering a superplex, and no joke, the ring broke. The crowd went wild. They didn't move for a good 5 minutes. It just completely collapsed on one side. There was that much force coming down on that superplex. There was a combined weight of about 900 pounds or 850 pounds coming in on that ring. plus more, plus gravity and stuff. So that was leading to like 8,500 like newtons of force. So yeah, they both got Big Show got stretched off. Mark Henry was trying to walk away, but was very jelly-legged. Then this leads to John Laurinaitis and Teddy Long coming out. John Laurinaitis just announced that he's the executive vice president of talent relations and is the interim general manager of Raw, and his job is to relate to talent. And he said that the WWE Championship will be going ahead. So it did go ahead. WWE Championship's on the line. Alberto Del Rio defending against John Cena for about, what can I say, a quarter of the match or to a third. They were in that broken ring. Lots of back and forth action. They were using the slant in the ring to their advantage, like delivering suplexes and stuff to it, because they know they would land more awkwardly, and then of course, and it would genuinely hurt because the spring in the ring would have gone, so they would have started feeling it in their shoulders. So where they started going away from the ring, you have John Cena, Irish whips, security barricade as ropes. They used the steel steps, and then eventually go backstage. You have John Cena going to push some of the display down. Del Rio gets out of the way, and then clothesline John Cena. Super Cena as usual. He put these like light plates on them. Del Rio put light plates on John Cena. He was counting, and then Super Cena was able to push them away and stand back up. You got a 9 count, and then they come back onto the in the arena, up near the technical area, and then Del Rio Irish whips John Cena into the big V that they have, the big V display, and then you have Del Rio set up a table and then start climbing up some more of the display, but John Cena eventually just pulls him back down through the table. This leads to another 9 count, and then all of a sudden you had John Cena attitude adjust Del Rio through the Spanish announcer's table. So I think that's a 54 pay-per-views in a row where the Spanish announce table gets destroyed. Good job, guys. And then as they're counting, the referee gets distracted as Miz and Truth come in and start attacking John Cena. Eventually gets down for a 9 count, gets up, but then Del Rio uses the WWE Championship belt to hit John Cena and ends up winning the match. So Del Rio defends his WWE Championship. Out of the 8 matches, I got 6 right, which is probably the best I've had this year. I got the first 6 right. I'm not going to count the Mark Henry one. I did pick Mark Henry, but that resulted in no result. And I picked John Cena to win, which surprisingly didn't happen. I'll give Vengeance a 7.5. But I probably wouldn't give it an 8 because the card itself, I wasn't anticipating it to be well. I thought the matches I did care about didn't mean too much, weren't going to deliver, and the matches that were going to be good, I knew that I couldn't care less about. Like, I didn't really be bothered with them. I was very surprised. My favorite match was got to be the World Heavyweight Championship. I would never have thought that the Big Show and Mark Henry would pull off the best match of the night. Like, they're not 5-star performers, but they know what to do, and I would be more than happy to see them wrestle at Survivor Series, in my opinion. So I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. A comment on how you thought the pay-per-view went. Did you enjoy it? What was your rating? You could subscribe up there if you like. So I'm Sludgeball. See ya.